my brethren. Lock him in a cage, parade him to the lion's den.
of the East. Champs of the East.
Came out on top again in the fourth quarter, late. Talk about the game a little bit.
We knew it was going to be a tough game coming in. Because this is the team that knocked us off last year. We knew Canton was going to be a really good team. So we prepared all week for this. We ran the ball, we passed the ball, we did what we had to do, and you see the outcome.
In that first half, you didn't have a lot of yardage, and then in the locker room, tell me what Alex told you.
So the first half, man, they were picking up on what we were doing. So it was like, okay, they're gonna pick up. Then we go into the locker room. Coach talks to us. He tells us we can't, we got to come out and play fast. He said that they're not beating us in the box, but they were playing faster than us. We couldn't let that happen. So you see where that went.
And you had another, and I believe 3 touchdowns tonight. Talk about that, man. 3 games in a row.
This game, I didn't care how many touchdowns I got. I just needed to get the job done for my team. I could have had 1 touchdown. I'd been happy as long as we won.
And tell me how it feels going to the championship, man.
Man, greatest feeling in the world right now. I'm on top of the world, man. It feels amazing.
How does it feel taking out the team that took you guys out last year?
Redemption tour right here, revenge tour. We just beat the final team in the revenge tour, and now we're going to the championship. We've been talking about this all season, everything.
Talk about the revenge tour there. What's
the
that?
revenge tour started with Big Springs, knocked them off. Boiling Springs, knocked them off. Then there's 3 teams that beat us last year: Big Springs, Boiling Springs, Canton. See what we got now.
And now you beat them all.
Yep.
All right, man. Congratulations again. 28 to 21, and this is next level, Ronnie.
You know.
All right, man. All right, man. Congratulations. 28 to 21. It was a hell of a battle out there. Talk about the game a little bit.
I mean, we just knew coming into the game it was going to be a dogfight. I mean, my dad said it in the beginning of prayer. I mean, we got to go take it. I mean, Jesus gave us the game. I mean, he gave us the chance to come out there. We just had to go out there and take it. I mean, he did all he can to be here. So we just had to go out there for a team. And I'm just proud of these guys for just making it happen along all the adversity and stuff that happened throughout the game.
And talk about your game tonight, offensively with the passing game. How do you feel you did overall tonight?
I mean, I know in the first half, I mean, I knew what was coming, but I was still a little bit anxious. I mean, this is a state semifinal game, the game to go back to state championship, and it was a lot running through my line the first half. I mean, I'm preparing for this moment, but it's just hard. I mean, it was hard, but I mean, I went back in the locker room, just grabbed all the guys together. I'm like, yo, we got to go out there and take it. It's 0-0 right now, and I just have to just calm down and just take the reads that they gave me.
And how hard was it going up against their defense tonight?
I mean, it was really hard. I mean, really tough. I mean, nobody knows that we got a sophomore center. So him keeping his composure, I mean, I was putting him aside because he did get beat on some stuff. I mean, that's the part of the game. I mean, this is his first year starting center. Versus a really good team like that, #1 team in the state. I mean, that's just unbelievable. I mean, shout out Devin Reed. I mean, and I'm just proud of him.
And talk about Ronnie again on that final drive.
I mean, I told him back in the locker room. I mean, the running game wasn't going really. So I told him, I was like, yo, we got to go out there and take it. You got to go out there and run even harder and just run through people. I mean, you can't go down with one person. I mean, the first half he's going down with one person. I mean, that's not normally him. So he's had to step up. I mean, this is his first state semifinal game. So I had to pull him aside, keep his composure, and I'm saying, yo, the game is going to open up.
And Daquan had a good game. Jayon, talk about them too.
I mean, I'm just proud of them. I mean, Daquan's a senior. I mean, he came from North Carolina, I mean, last summertime, but I mean, he couldn't even play against his team last year, so he was just excited for this game. And Jayon, I'm just proud of him, the way he blocked and made plays in the stretch.
And 28 to 21 over Canton. You guys move on to the championship. Talk about the game a little bit.
I thought the game started out the way we would start out with a tough battle. I thought it would come down to guys making plays late. And I thought we did an excellent job with trying to finish and stay together. I thought I started out slow, more or less offensive calling, play calling. Once I adjusted and got back to a rhythm, I felt like I felt like we took over things up front there late in the second half with some turnovers from our defense, getting the ball back.
In that first half, it was tied 7-7. The running game wasn't getting going as good as it was in the past. Talk about that a little bit.
I think they did a good job overloading some stuff, trying to slow us down. We just were able to get in the rhythm and kind of play our style of football in the second half and spread them out a little bit by getting the ball on the edge. So we made some adjustments in our run game. They had us in some number games. We were able to adjust and make some plays late.
And then talk about what you told the guys at the in the locker room at halftime to get them to come out and perform how they did in the second half.
Well, we just talked about all week long being able to fight. Just fight, continue to fight, continue to stay together, continue to stay focused, and continue to not lose our cool and just keep our composure right in the middle, because we know it will come down to some plays late.
2 weeks in a row now, they came down to the fourth quarter. Burnett had that late touchdown. I believe he had 3 on the night. Talk about his performance again.
It was just great. And if you ask Ronald Burnett, the first thing he's going to give credit to is offensive linemen. So I think those guys in the box just were able to step up. And, lately, teams been trying to take away our explosive pass game and our guys on the edge. So we had to lean on our guys up front. But our guys up front have been consistent all year long.
And tell me how it feels to move on to the championship with this group of guys.
Well, your goal in all season setting out is always to be playing the last game of the season. So when you reach a goal, obviously we have unfinished business. And I always say when you get to this point at late in the year, you're going to run into some teams that can play some football, and we will.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on the win, and good luck next week out at the championships. I'll be out there with our crew and hope to see you there.